Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Zube here, and I'm going to do a random reading for somebody. We'll kind of tap in and see what's going on. If you are interested in a personal reading, astrology, or tarot, my information is down below. This is going to be a random reading, so take what feels right. Don't take what doesn't. If it doesn't resonate with you, that's totally cool. I have other random readings on here. Maybe I'm not your reader. That's cool too. Okay. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? All right. So first we're going to take the card that Two of Cups. So this is where we're at. We're looking at relationships. That one wanted to come out too. The Chariot. And this is for like, what are our internal energies? So we're looking at relationships. This can be love relationships. It can be, you know, family relationships, friend relationships. We're wanting to relate to other people in a way that is successful and forward moving. The Chariot is a card of winning, success. It's also finding balance, sometimes between like opposing forces. It's not allowing, you know, when you're on the Chariot, you don't want to be distracted. Like you've got these two horses and you've got to keep them in line or whatever. So you just can't be distracted by small minor things, or it'll lead to a collision. The Chariot can also mean travel. So it you know, car travel specifically, maybe you're traveling somewhere to see someone. And it's a very quick kind of energy as well. So maybe things are coming up in relationships quickly. The Cups are unconditional love. So okay. Wow, lots of quickness here. The Knight of Swords for the external. The Knight of Swords is that one popped out in another reading recently as well. So this is what's going on around outside of us. The swords are air energy. That's our words, our communication. So the journey of the mind. The Knight is not, the Knight of Swords is like not necessarily a thoughtful kind of card. It's like just acting, you know, on the lower aspect. The Knight of Swords can be an asshole. So like there might be assholes out there around, but it's like fleeting. Like the Knight of, you know, he's running to his motorcycle in this deck. I kind of love it. It's like we've got places to go, people to see, things are everywhere. Everything's a mess. That's what I just heard. What does God see? So I always hold the cards like this. We have internal, external, and then the God spot. I put that up here. The High Priestess. This is a card of knowing, okay? Things might be kind of quick and unexpected. There can be mean people or difficult situations or like negative energies around us. But in here, we're wanting to like commit to successful relationships. And I love that the High Priestess is in what I call like the God spot. It's kind of the view looking down, like what's going on. You could be getting downloads if you use that language. But just kind of like an inner understanding. There's quiet with that card, going within, being the observer, really considering what is going on around you, how you are participating, who you are participating with. Let me clarify that Knight of Swords. Five of Swords. Yeah, it's kind of funny that we have on the external energies are both swords. The Five of Swords is like, conflict. It can be regret. It can be like being in your head, kind of worrying, wondering like, what have I done? Or what am I gonna do? There's always some sort of conflict with the fives in general, but I want to do one more. God, they keep coming out like that. Devil, this is crazy. Okay, the devil. The devil is on the external. When I read tarot, I look at all the cards as though they have higher and lower aspects, and not only because this is a general reading, but in general, there are higher and lower aspects to everything. So with the devil, the Five of Swords, the devil represents addictions, manipulation, control, things that we're attached to, materialism. On the other hand, like the higher aspect, it represents pleasure, joy, like what do I really want, like desires. So on the external, there's just a lot demanding our attention right now. And God's up here like, yo, just chill with your bad self. Let me clarify that, High Priestess. Judgment. Oh my goodness. I love how this is coming together. Releasing judgment of yourself, judgment of other people. This is kind of like the call, like what, in this deck, it feels a lot more like releasing ourselves, being lighter, not being judgmental. If we feel like we're being judged, let that go. That our biggest judge is us, and spirit, which is us. So it like just working with your internal stuff, reactions that you might have to other people, reactions other people might be having to you, being very reflective of like, well, what is my part? What is not my part? One of the things that I love about, I got a lot of sayings that I really liked from AA, but there's something in the 12 steps where you do an inventory of your past transgressions or whatever, basically the guilt and shit that you carry around with you. And they always say, like, if somebody is really complaining hard about someone, they're like, you can't take their inventory, like that you can't take other people's inventory for them. So look at yourself, which I'm always gonna fucking say. And if you come around here relatively often, or if it's your first time here, get used to it, because I can only change me, I can only change and my attitude towards things, my outlook on things, what I expect, what I'm hoping for, what I'm paying attention to. Am I paying attention to this bullshit over here and feeding that energetically so that it grows? Or am I going to look over here and build something and hope that over there takes care of itself to some degree? It's like letting go of judgment of other people. This really feels like an other people thing. And maybe it's tough because we want to connect. We want to have relationships. We want to be successful. But God's like, that starts with you. That's your inward journey. What do you want things to look like? Quit judging other people. People are where they are. Some angel whispers. Finding a feather is a sign your guardian angels are by your side. That's kind of funny. I'm going to pull another one, but maybe you found a feather recently. I get feathers from spirit. Actually, there's a white feather outside my door, my front door, and it's been there for like 3 days, and I'm not picking it up. I'm just leaving it there. I want to see how long it stays. Oops. Yes. Like attracts like. So think only positive thoughts. All right. I'm going to make a little modification to that one. So, I think it's important to let all of our thoughts out, to give all of our thoughts airtime. But make sure that, like I was saying before, instead of staring at bullshit, wishing it wasn't bullshit, look over here and, maybe plant a couple seeds in the bullshit, because things like to grow out of bullshit. And you never know what that'll look like. But look over here and build something else. I feel like there's more to this message. What do I want? I haven't used this deck in ages, and it's kind of weird to me that I'm getting the message to use it, but let's see what happens. Most of the time when that happens, there's a reason for it, like an image on the card or something like that. So I want to pull out 3 cards for advice. This is just another tarot deck with like different images. So what is Spirit's advice to us to build successful relationships and to get the connection of unconditional love that we're looking for? So we got King of Cups, which is support. Oh, supporting other people and being encouraging. This is like different, it's like the masculine side of it, it's the king, but the masculine, where we offer, it doesn't even feel necessarily like empathy, but where we emotional understanding, like, okay, I see that for you, cool. Huh. The Hermit, solitude. I was kind of half expecting to get the Hermit card coming out. Downtime, chill, solitude, getting, even if you need to be out and about, getting as much time as you can to yourself. And the Devil again. Okay. Obsession. What are we obsessing over? Like, what is it that you just need to know? Sit with it. I kind of feel like this deck came out because it has the prompt words on it, and I don't always think of obsession when I think of the Devil, but that I said addiction, but obsession. What are you obsessing about in your mind? Maybe you're trying to avoid obsessing over it, and the Hermit is kind of like, just be alone with it. Okay, and the King of Cups. So we have support here. This is coming out for advice on wanting to have closer relationships. The Queen of Cups, that's the feminine principle of unconditional love. All right, ready? I'm going to be really fucking stereotypical because it's just the only way that I know how to explain this. But a lot of times when you think of women comforting one another, it can be in that like, oh, I understand, like not the way, like the part where you get each other's hearts, which is necessary, and you listen and all of that. And then there's the other side, which is almost the more masculine principle of like, okay, well, let's do this, where you encourage to move forward. So it's not coming from a place of judgment, because the King of Cups is the most feminine of the kings. There's like a whole weird gradation of like masculinity and femininity in the queens and the kings. But there's something here about being constructive, mastering our emotions, understanding ourselves, releasing judgment of other people. We are meant to co-create. So we are getting into this action. It's just, we want to come to it from a masterful place where we're not, because this is out there, you've got to dance with the devil. That's what I just heard. You've got to dance with the devil. You got to do the hard shit. Like, what are you obsessing over up here that needs to leak out outside of you somewhere? My husband is going to be walking in the door any second, so let me grab another couple cards. Music. Express yourself by playing an instrument or singing. Music will lift your spirits. Dun, dun. That's funny. I think that we're really moving out some of this obsessive stuff. This is kind of a funky message, It is funny too, though, because I've been listening to music all morning. And I don't always do that. A lot of times I put on astrology videos or whatever. And I did not. Love. It's the right time for you to experience a loving, committed relationship. Enjoy it. So that sounds like a love relationship. I'm not getting the gist that it has to be, but we got something, finding a feather, and then we got listening to music. So spirit is communicating with us, and I think we need to look for the encouragement from spirit also, and knowing that we're not alone, and so that as we go out and about and dance with the devil. Oh, I said dance with the devil, and then we got music. Which order did that happen in? I'll have to rewatch this. Anyway, that's funny. Because we're moving, things are moving at a faster pace, I feel like, or like there's a lot more of it, and it's going faster, but at the same time, I'm like standing still in it. Does anybody get that? Because it's really weird, but that's how I feel. There's just a lot more of the things that a day seems to encompass for me, so that it feels fast, but I'm slow in it. I don't know. One more. I want to do one more. What do I? All right, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a Munana now. We're not doing a Moonology. We're gonna do Divine Animals Oracle. I hope I did this on the right microphone. God damn it. I didn't. Oh well. If the audio is bad, I apologize. Man, I hate when I do that. Okay. So, a summary card. What is our summary card for this really jacked up reading? Goat. Reliability. So number 19, with the goat, it's like, and being reliable. We want to be reliable. So we may be hermiting, we may be finding our alone time, but there is something about this reading that is telling us we need to actively also participate and dance with the devil so that we can move through negative energies that are being cleared at the moment. We are an active participant in it. So look for signs, know that you're not alone. Your angels and guides are all around you. They're going to get you through this. The bullshit is going to be there. Don't totally only focus on that and hating on the bullshit, but do other things, do other, plant other seeds, look towards positive things. It's like really take care of yourself energetically and what you're focusing on, but don't hibernate. That's what it was. I'm really pissed off because I liked this reading and I don't like that I fucked up the audio, but oh well. Thank you for sticking around. I always love hearing your comments. And if you have any questions, just reach out. Peace. Namaste.